Hi there. Welcome. So happy to be back here with you guys and girls. You are at Wake Up and Smell the Coffee. And you read the thumbnail correctly. I am going to explain how the universe works in about 5 minutes to you. I got a number of other things I'm going to share with you and wrap everything up again at the end. So please stay till the end and I'll make it make sense to you. But I'm literally going to explain to you how the universe works in like 5 minutes, okay? Please like, subscribe, share this, send this to your friends. I want this to spark conversation, spark ideas within you, and I want to get a community together. So please share it and like it so that this can move to other people and we could grow what we're doing. I want you guys to help me learn, and I'm here to help you learn, okay? I don't want to sound arrogant and, not be humble, because that's where I'm coming from. I learn all the time and I'm going to constantly be learning, okay? And look, I understand that not everybody is going to necessarily be wanting to hear what I'm saying right now, but I'm here for a very important reason, and I have to do what I'm doing, speaking to you and whomever else will be on board and join our community and listen. Okay, so it's fine if people aren't listening. I'm sure that you are hearing what I'm saying. Go back and please check out my other videos. I'm giving many pieces of the puzzle in order to piece things together inside your mind so that you can see what's happening in this world, and you'll be able to even see what's going to happen as well. So please check back on my other stuff, look at all the nuggets. And I know that you are hearing these messages and my words, but I don't know if you're necessarily, not all of you great people, I don't know if you're listening yet. But please it takes a long time to extract knowledge. So that's why I ramble, because I just keep talking and I reiterate things. And when you listen to somebody speaking and hearing what they've got to say, it takes time to extract and get the knowledge out. So whatever you're reading, whoever you're listening to, it's going to take time. Just keep an open mind, because like I stole from a great person I loved, your mind isn't going to work unless it's open. It's like a parachute. Your mind's got to be open. So like I always do, I've been rushed. I was up at 4 a.m. at a job site working. I've done a little workout. I'm trying to get fit. There's my girl, Zeus. There's Zeus. There's Zeus. There's Zeus. You missed her eating, because I didn't have enough storage on my phone, and I filmed her eating breakfast. You missed it. Anyway, look, I told you I was going to do an experiment. Well, I may not have said that. I'm going to show you an experiment to explain the universe in 5 minutes. Okay, so welcome to my laboratory. This is very technical and very precise. So bear with me, because I got to get this right. So I'm in my laboratory. Hang tight as I set up all this very expensive equipment. Okay, so look, I'm going to simulate the Big Bang for you. Here it goes. Boom, that's the Big Bang. It could have been bigger. Boom, look. All of those molecules, atoms, all this stuff, boom, flying all over the place. Now, what I would have loved is if I had, hey, stop jumping up. I'm getting attacked by my dog. What I would have loved is if I had a big box of Lego blocks, okay? So you can see, just imagine these were Lego blocks just exploded everywhere, as if I was throwing it around in an open bag, going all around the room, Lego blocks, right? Now, are you expecting the Lego blocks to come together right here and build a horse, for example, right here? Or over here, these Lego blocks are gonna build a car right here, these clumps here. These blocks over here, this is gonna make a house. I'm gonna make a house or castle right here. Over here, I might make I don't know, whatever we want to make. I'll make something else over here, an airplane, right? No, those blocks aren't going to do that. I'm going to do it, right? I'm going to do that. Unless I'm there rearranging those blocks and doing it, those blocks aren't going to make a planet. They're not going to make a sun wherever they're saying there's a star, another star, right? It's not going to happen. Right? Someone's going to create it. Someone's going to do it. Okay? So I just want you to visualize that. Those blocks, or as it were right here, these pieces of stone, right? That's the Big Bang. Right? This is what's being taught to us. That there was a Big Bang and all these molecules and debris, these atoms, all these things, they flew all over the place, right? Well, same thing. Just imagine those Lego blocks. As those things fly everywhere, as I throw them around the room, they're not going to do anything. Those blocks are just going to be sat there on the floor until I make something out of it. Okay? So I hope you really appreciate my expensive experiment. There's no expenses spared on Wake Up and Smell the Coffee. All right? No expense spared. We're in a laboratory today doing high-tech experiments for you. And look, I'm telling you right now, life is simple. It's been a lot more simple than we've been taught to believe. And we're living in a time of deception. We're being tricked. We're being deceived. We're being lied to everywhere. That's what's going on. I started understanding 5-6 years ago that there's something very wrong happening. And I'm here to talk to you and explain to you all these things that I keep doing. And I'm passing on knowledge to you. And I want you to use it and get on board. Comment on this video. Comment on all my videos. My email address is going to be in the description. Let me know what you're thinking if you know where I'm going with everything, okay? Because we're going somewhere together. And look, what I'm doing is making sure that I tell everybody that I can. And you're in that group if you're watching this. And share this, please, to anyone else so that everybody else gets the opportunity and hears my words. I appreciate you all. All you great people out there, thank you for being here. It's amazing to be with you again. Now, let alone this experiment that I just conducted right here. Inside of you, as you sit here right now, thoroughly enthralled and enjoying my content, you've got, I don't know how many millions, billions upon billions, trillions of cells inside of your body making you. You're comprised of trillions and trillions of cells, and they're all working in concert with each other, in perfect harmony. And you're not even thinking about it. You're not thinking about any of it. You don't have to think. You don't have to move a muscle. Okay, you might have to think about, okay, because I just worked out, I did some shoulder presses, I'm trying to do some light things to make my knees better, right? But you're not thinking about anything. Your heart's beating, your heart's pumping. Your hormone levels are changing as they need to. Your eyes are focusing and unfocusing. You're interpreting all of the perceptions that you have of your environment. You're not even thinking about it. It's just happening. It's just happening. How is that happening, people? Okay? So look, just keep thinking about these things I'm telling you. You know better. Okay? I want you to, I'm going to give you on my next video a lot of different people to go watch, subscribe to. I'm just going to pump out a list of like 10 things that I think are amazing. Okay? So why don't you go do this? Just go onto a website and click planetmindcontrol.com. I would have said it before. Planetmindcontrol.com. Just put in your email, hit the enter button, and you can watch the movie for free. And it's just going to elaborate more again on mind control. Okay? So look, understand that we've been under heavy mind control in ways that you're not even comprehending. They want to control how you think. They want to control the narrative around you. They want to control everything. Who are they? We're getting there. If you don't already know, And I mean, you should have. If you've been watching my stuff, you should know already. All right. But you're more than welcome to email, comment, get some conversation going, ask me. All right. So inside these trillions of cells that you're made up of, you got probably millions and millions of chemical reactions going on, and all these little things inside your cells. There's millions of things inside your cells creating energy, working from your DNA strands in order to create proteins or this or that, whatever else they're creating in order to make that body function. And you're not thinking about any of it. Okay? Look at what's happening. Okay? You're going to tell me that the big bang happened like I just showed you in our laboratory here, as if that was loads of Lego blocks thrown all over the place. All of a sudden, they just make a car over there in that car corner. Over there, it makes a horse. Look at Zilla jumping up on my shirt. Unbelievable. Right now, she did that. Zills. Unbelievable. Zilla. Unbelievable, right? I don't edit anything. I just show you exactly as I'm doing stuff, and that's how it should be. So you're telling me that, because look, right here, boom, all those stones just flew out in the Big Bang. So you're just telling me that all of a sudden, all these things happen, all of these, they think they got equations to understand it all or explain it all. They can't explain nothing. Believe me, everything's been a lie. Okay, they can observe what's going on and try and rationalize it by explaining it with mathematics, but they do not know what's happening. If they do know, it's being downloaded knowledge into us that they want us to have. All right, and if it's something we should have, it would be good and simple, and it would have come from God. So this is what's happening. Okay. They tell you that all the molecules exploded out and are spraying out all over the place. And just like that, they create a planet, they do this, they create a sun, and then, right, that's the whole heliocentric model. We got a sun in the middle, we got our planet Earth with all the other planets rotating, revolving in orbit around the sun, and then we are part of a bigger galaxy where they're all circling each other and colliding here and there, right? And then our galaxies amongst billions of other galaxies that are colliding and moving everywhere, and it's all chaos. That's what they tell you. It's all random chaos, how it's happening. Just random. Like this example, they randomly expect that if that was Lego blocks, just randomly it builds a car here. Over here, it builds a horse. Over here, these Lego blocks right here would have built an airplane. Just random. Are you out of your mind? I'm calling it, dude. It's BS, okay? It's BS. So I'm telling you how the universe works. Watch my other stuff. What they're telling you is a lie. So if you want to believe all their models, okay, they cannot explain anything. They do not know what gravity is. They cannot explain it. And for whatever reason, and we can go into it because I'll give you my reason why, we've been slowly taught these models that they keep trying to impose on us. And like I tell you, take a piece of the puzzle at a time. I've given you a few pieces here. It may be too much, but there's so much to talk about. And I love it because I want to keep telling you guys. Because this is what I got to do. I'm going to try and wrap this up faster. It's already been 14 minutes. My children will go nuts. So I'm going to try and do this much faster. But let me finish. Let alone in your body is all those things going on that you're not even aware of and even thinking about. It's just happening by some amazing force that's just blessed us and bringing us life, right? I don't know if you've got experience with a wife. Oh, my thumb has been bad too. It's a terrible issue with my thumb. Whether you've had experience with a wife, I have an ex-wife, I have children. If you have an experience with a wife, an ex-wife, a sister, an auntie, a mom who may still be with you, and you can talk to them, or you're a female yourself and have had a child, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, if you have been a mother and you had a baby, you know what I'm talking about. First of all, let's just think about how it all happens. Okay. Boom. We get together. Semen comes out of the male, right? And those semens don't have eyes. They don't have a map. They just go for it, and they know exactly where to go. And they're swimming, which for them on their scale is probably hundreds and hundreds of miles, right? And then think about the egg. A woman's not thinking about it. All of a sudden, I think I think it's one egg at a time, two ovaries, and it maybe takes turns, and an egg is released from each ovary in turn. But once a month or whatever it is, an egg's released, it goes down the fallopian tubes and meets the egg on the way down to the ovary, right? And look at those amazing things. Who's doing that? Mom's not doing it. She's not directing it. Who's doing it? It's just random. It's just this random chaos that the scientists keep trying to explain to us. That's BS, dude. It ain't random. So start thinking about why that's happening. Okay? Think about it. I'm telling you why it's happening, but I gotta go slow and I give you little bites of meat to nibble on. Okay? So think about that. A mother knows how glorious that is. And then all of a sudden, a fetus, a young life, starts growing in her as the fertilized egg eventually implants in the ovary on the uterus wall, right? And then the embryo starts growing from out of nowhere. It knows what to do. No one's telling it. No one's thinking. All these amazing things within our bodies, in our cells, in the universe. The fetus that just starts growing and knows exactly how to grow, it does it. And you're trying to tell me that it's all random chaos, just like the universe is being created, colliding, and eventually clumping together and creating stars, and right? We'll go into more about planet Earth and outer space and the lies, right, that are out there. But it's not chaos and it's not random. It's the ultimate creation. So look, you've got some really, really good pieces of the puzzle there. I started going into the heliocentric model. They explain to us that there's outer space as they shoot their rockets from Earth. And they want us to believe that there's all these stars out there, other suns, all these universes, not necessarily universes, but galaxies with planets, with other life forms. Dude, they can't even get out of the Earth orbit here. They can't. Right? And we know why, because of the firmament. And I got tons to say about that and a lot of proof. Okay? So then, of course, along with the heliocentric model with the sun and the moon and the stars that they can, so say, visit, that is cousins of the evolutionary Darwin model. What do you call that? Yeah. Anyway, look, the Darwinian evolution model, I'm forgetting the right word, what I would call it. That theory, the Darwin theory, evolutionary theory, is a cousin of the heliocentric globe model. Maybe the Earth is a globe. I don't know for sure, but I think not, and I'll tell you about it, because there's experiments that I've done and other people have done, and you can clearly see. So don't be fooled by the liars out there, all right? They're going to tell us that on this globe Earth, all of a sudden cells started coming together. We formed blobs in the oceans, and then these blobs formed tadpoles and then fish, and then the next thing there was a different fish. Then there was a fish that went on straight onto the land and was okay. Then we morphed into a little mouse or something, and then a squirrel. And then there were monkeys, and then the next thing we evolved from monkeys to mankind. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. They can't actually prove any of it, but they force it down our throats. And it's only been in the last 100 years or so that they've been forcing those models down our throats. Okay? So I'm just letting you know, take the pieces of the puzzle and run with it. Do your own research, create your own knowledge, and please join with me in this movement to understand what's happening and know what's coming soon to us. All right? So I have to keep telling you, share this, like on here, subscribe, and share this with your buddies and get everybody else subscribed, please. That would be a big help. Come see Zilla again. Come see my boy Rex and join me again for a lot more information. I'm not quite finished, although I got to do this real fast now because it does keep going on. All right. So I'm going to read you something. I just want to explain to you who someone called Ezekiel is. He has his own section in the Bible. He's got his own little book, the book of Ezekiel, I suppose. And that's it. That's its own book in the Bible. And Ezekiel, I believe, was a prophet, maybe like 600-700 years before Jesus was born. And he was downloaded with information from God because that's how it works. And the evil people in this world get downloaded their information from the opposing force, from Satan and from the fallen angels. They get downloaded their information and knowledge, but God does the same. Okay. So he downloaded information into Prophet Ezekiel and let him know a lot of things. And Ezekiel told us that we have to do what I'm trying to do to you guys, that we have to sound the alarm. Okay. That's what we have to do. And that's what I've been doing for a while now. And so that's why I want you to know how important it is to you guys. And when I read these little excerpts from the Bible, it's going to sink in again. Don't run from this. I don't want to lose anybody, but this is where the really good stuff is. And it's explaining to you the universe, like I just did right here. Okay. This is the truth. These words are the truth. They're actually the words of God. And it's only truth here. And it expels all lies. That's why I love it. All right. So look, this is, I think I've got Ezekiel 3:17. Okay. I've got Ezekiel 3:17 all the way through to 20. And I'm going to read it to you because it's exactly what I'm doing. People may not want to hear it. They may not be listening correctly yet, but I have to do it. And this is why. Listen to this. So God spoke to Ezekiel and he said, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. I'm warning you. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood I will require at thine hand. It's on me if I don't warn you. If I see and don't warn you, it's on me. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. I did my part. And I pray that everyone listens because you don't want the consequence of not listening. And this is all real, right? I'm not a crazy guy. I work in a very regular world, regular job. I was out working at 4 a.m. this morning on a job site, doing what I do, and I rush around trying to fit this in. I'm busy, man, but I got to do this for you, so I'm doing it. Again, when a righteous man doth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die. Because thou hast not given him warning, he shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he have done shall not be remembered, but his blood I will require at thine hand, if I don't warn him. Nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man, that the righteous sin not, and he doth not sin, he shall surely live, because he is warned. Also thou hast delivered thy soul. That is amazing words. I'm running a little late, so read it yourself. Get yourself a great Bible. There's many different kinds. I'm just doing the King James version here, but there's many great kinds out there. Ezekiel 3:17 to 20. Okay, and then very similar. This is Prophet Ezekiel again, 33:4. Let me find it. Ezekiel 33:4. I think it's almost like word for word. I read it the other day. Ezekiel 33. Here it is. I highlighted it. Ezekiel 33. Oh, wow. I'm going all the way through. Yeah, I highlighted all of it. Ezekiel 33 all the way through to the end. Ezekiel 33 all the way through to 9. And it's saying the same things. That's why I'm here, people. And I'm telling you the truth and amazing things that prove it. So join our community, comment on here, like, subscribe, and share this with all your buddies, okay? Because like I'm saying here, if you are actually listening to what I'm saying and you know that what I'm saying is true, please do this. Your responsibility is to share these words and get it so that other people hear it and hopefully listen. So Ezekiel 33, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coasts and set him for their watchman. I'm not even understanding it. Sometimes the Bible's hard. I got to read it again. Starting again. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coasts and set him for their watchmen, if, when he seeth the sword come above the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever hear the sound of the trumpet, and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head, because he was hearing the words, but not listening. Go back and listen to this video again, because I do make good sense with what I say. I'm rambling, but listen, it's just repeating. It's repeating what's here in the scripture. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head, because he was warned and he didn't turn away from his sin. He just continued to do as he was doing, even being warned. He did the same thing. Okay? He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand, from the watchman. So it's saying that if you know and you've listened and you have the knowledge and you know the word of God and you do not try and spread the word of God and warn the people of what is happening, it's on you. You're doing something very wrong. It's telling you right here. And that's what I've been doing. Go back and look at my work. I'm proving all of this. Go back and see all the things and let it sink in. Don't be tricked. Don't let them don't let them trick you into thinking that everything is so complicated that you can't understand yourself with your mind that God gave you. I'm telling you, you can. They're trying to trick you with science mathematics, like they're above you and they're too smart and all of these things are around us and so complicated. It's not. It's all deception and lies. Let me read further. I've only got 3 more verses. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die. If thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from his way, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. The watchman would have told the people, and so he would have done his job. If those people don't listen and are taken by the sword of God, the watchman had done his job and he had saved his soul. He had accomplished his side of the bargain. He took care of his responsibility to warn people. Okay? That's what I'm doing, fine people. I love all you guys and girls out there. Like, subscribe, check out all my videos. Okay? This is all making perfect sense. If you disagree, let me know. Comment and we can look into things further because my mind is open. I'm going to leave you with Ezekiel 33 all the way through to the end one more time. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coasts, and set him to be their watchman, if, when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. But if the watchman see the sword come and not blow the trumpet, and the people not be warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood I will require from the watchman's hand. I made it a little simpler for it to sink in. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee to be a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, thou shalt hear the word of my mouth, and so please warn them for me. I'm simplifying it a tiny bit. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die. If thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from their way, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood I will require from you, from the watchman that didn't sound the alarm. Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from the wicked way, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. The watchman would have done his job. Okay, great people, I'm doing my job for you each and every day. Like, subscribe, comment, share this with everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Go out and do something amazing for someone today. That's what we got to do. Be positive. See me on the next one because I'm going to give you a list of other great things to follow and learn from. And I'm going to try and do something really positive on the next video because our job is to have no fear. We're protected. So long as you're walking in righteousness, you are protected, and you just have to have faith and let that bring peace to you. Okay? So thanks so much for being here. Wake up and smell the coffee. I'll see all of you guys and girls soon.